The History of Rock, starring Millennium, with Nicholas Sparks, and Nicole Cross, and Gary Soto, which is me. Okay, and we're on our modern tour, and we're performing our hit song, Overcome It All. And basically, Overcome It All is a song that blends together the unique messages of each band member into an original song. Its first stanza portrays the hardship that Gary Soto went through when immigrating to the United States and includes excerpts from his poem, Mexicans Begin Jogging. Then the song goes to emanate the themes in the novels by Nicholas Sparks and includes excerpts from The Walk to Remember and copies the messages of The Notebook. Lastly, the song concludes with the feeling of tragic love in Nicole Cross's novels. It includes excerpts from The History of Love. This song is in the alternative genre of music and is titled Overcome It All to show audiences the struggles that each band member overcomes in their respective works. So, before the concert starts, there are a few reminders. Photography and videotaping of any kind during the performance is strictly prohibited, so you need to put your camera up. This is a violation of copyright laws. Please turn off all electrical devices, including cell phones, iPods, etc. New Millennium does not support any illegal crossing of borders. Any reference made to such an idea is strictly to incorporate the ideas of Gary Soto's works. Just saying, don't cross borders illegally. Don't do that. A photograph/autograph session will be held outside in the hallway after the concert has been finished, and all fans who have a backstage pass meet and greet, which will pass out, can enter through the hallway after the autograph session. Thank you. Your support and cooperation is greatly appreciated. Yeah.
Our first time ever falling.
Walking into this nation filled with doubts, different than the others, full of fear and deadly apprehension.
Woo!
Between the borders, to call my home. What can I do?
Viva!
Vivas!
When there is no time for Mars, young and lost, just to make it through, young and lost.
Vivas! Woo!
Nicholas Sparks up here.
All right, Nicholas. Alrighty.
When you feel like you cannot find a way out, immerse yourself in sparks. Realize that life is like the wind. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Find a way to see what sparks see so well.
Spread the love.
There you go. Woo!
Oh, did this song end? You had to.
Loop it.
There you go.
Leave your sorrows behind and read our foot. Don't cry. Love and tragedy. Escape the organ of loneliness. Understand, overcome tragedy, let it and when you feel you're made of glass,
Gosh, Harriet.
Okay. So, our first band member that we would definitely like to interview is Nicholas Sparks.
Movies about your book.
You were born in Omaha, Nebraska, and you lived in Minnesota as a child, and you during the summer of 1985 you wrote your first novel that was never published. And I also heard that you graduated valedictorian of your class. So how did that feel?
Well, honestly, I wasn't surprised at all.
Oh.
I wasn't surprised at how everyone else thought that someone this intelligent, this good looking, would come out on top.
That's really that's good. That's great. So I heard that also when you entered college, you were in track, but you injured yourself while running, and that also in that summer when you had your injury, you wrote your first novel. So how did injuring yourself inspire you to write your first novel?
Well, while I was laying on the ground after my injury, I thought that through all the intense pain, I might not be able to come out of it, and I might never experience the feeling of love. It was at that moment I decided that I would write novels where everyone got to experience their true feelings of love.
Beautiful works.
You got through with this book. Yeah, that's good. So also, I heard that in college you majored in business. So why did you write novels after majoring in business?
Well, that was really a fallback plan, because my writing career never took off. As you can see, it did.
Because you're awesome.
Because I am awesome. Like those sparks.
You're right about that. Well, in your books, you're kind of like, very sensitive, but now you seem very confident in yourself. Why is that?
Well, like my characters in the novels, I have great relationships with everyone around me. I'm answering questions.
Okay. So that's why when you wrote with your brother, you wrote a book with your brother, you incorporated that relationship. That's nice. Nice. Okay.
Fantastic
Cool.
book.
All right.
Read my books.
So
They're awesome.
after Nicholas Sparks, our next band member is Nicole Krause. So you were born in Brooklyn, New York, and you grew up in Long Island, and most of your writing is poetry. And you also attended Stanford University, and you majored in English there. But I know your first book is, or one of your very popular, famous books is The History of Love. And how has your family background and your ethnicities, like I know you have mixed ethnicities in your family, how has that affected your writing that book?
Well, The History of Love actually develops from my grandparents' relationship in the past. My grandmother was from Hungary, and my grandpa was from Sona. And they met actually in Israel, and I've just taken those cities and kind of incorporated into my book, because actually what started it, I just kind of had two different voices going, and I would just jot down notes in between the two. And I actually worked that in with how my grandparents met in the cities they met in.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I also heard that in Stanford, you were kind of like ambivalent about what you wanted to write, and you didn't know about different forms of poetry and prose. And I heard that Brodsky affected your life a lot in Stanford, and how it is.
He greatly affected my life. Just throughout time, I actually studied with him for 3 years, and he showed me different types of prose and poetry. I actually did choosing prose, but he helped me work on my poetry. And I mean, he was just a great person, great inspiration for me. And actually, 3 years after he died, in 1999, I actually wrote it's almost like a biography. It was a ability to him, which really helped me.
That's really cool. So you're also married to Jonathan Safran, the author of Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. So did you just meet him in Stanford also?
Well, actually, no. I met him outside of it. We actually met in where I live, and we have a great relationship.
That's good. So how do you feel working with Nicholas Sparks over here?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting in a good way.
And so did just meet together and form a band, or did you meet Gary Soto first?
Well, I ran into Gary Soto at a cookie baking class.
Oh.
It was one of his favorite things to do now.
Oh.
And we met, and then later on, while we were at a charity, a local charity, we met Nicholas Sparks.
Oh, because you spent a lot of time there. She's going to be the interviewer, and I'm going to be Gary Soto.
Okay, Mr. Gary Soto. How did you feel growing up in the barrio? As a
Well, the barrio was a difficult environment because it was a lot of like, it wasn't like a sheltered childhood. It wasn't a sheltered life. I basically saw a lot of realities, and that affected my writing a lot because I then started writing about daily life. I started writing about the truth, the cold hard truth, and how real people and working class people were. And so in the barrio, I got that into my poetry and into my writing, and it helped me a lot because that's what people wanted to hear. They wanted to hear if the famous, they wanted to identify with people who are famous, and that's how living.
3 minutes.